Talking Point has come knocking again. This time, we want to get our hands on, or should we say, in your washing machines.
And you know how we all love a good swabbing session, right? So let's find out how clean our washing machines are really. Now, I use my washing machine about 5 times a week, and I always thought it was self-cleaning. After all, there's water, detergent, and a whole lot of spinning going on, right?
And this quest came about because viewer Hoon sent Talking Point an email. She wants to know how clean commercial laundromat machines are. So this episode is for you, Hoon. But before I do that, first let's find out what's happening with the washing machines in our homes.
Hi, this is my most trusted machine in the house here. It's like a slave to me and a top-load machine, and believe it, it's already 7 years old.
So this is our washing machine. I've had it for about 4 years right now. It's almost always a full load. We actually run the washing machine at least twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day.
This is my front-loading washing machine. I've been having it for about 8 years. I usually use up to the max, either 3/4 load or full load.
So in total, we collected samples from 16 washing machines, 8 top loaders and 8 front loaders. And from each of these machines, we swapped 2 areas. One was the drum, that's where most of the clothes go. And the next one was the rubber gasket. For front loaders, it's the area which sees the most moisture. And for top loaders, we swapped the rim.
That gave us, in total, 32 samples, including these 2 right here from my own machine.
We sent them for testing at Marchwood Laboratory Services. And a week later, I've been summoned. But before we get the results, I want to know how our samples were tested.
We'll take some of the sample out, a fixed volume. Then you just push it out real fast into the water.
All of it?
All of it,
Okay.
straight into the water. So now we're going to filter this sample. So the filter actually traps whatever bacteria that may be inside your sample. Our bacteria, yeast and molds are too big to go through the filter. They get trapped on here.
I see, okay.
We'll take out the filter membrane and we'll put it on this agar.
What's the agar?
It actually contains nutrients like food for the bacteria to grow.
Oh.
And we just put it in here.
Oh, we gotta cook it.
Yeah, we got to incubate it. It's like an oven, but at a fixed temperature.
So why is this process so important?
At Marchwood Laboratory Services, we follow international standards to ensure that the results that we get are actually reflective of the samples that we receive.
I see. And
Yeah.
if we discover anything, what would that be like?
So if anything growing, they will look like this. These are examples of yeast and molds. Yeah, look quite scary.
Ew, okay. This is yeast and mold.
Yes. And these are examples of Pseudomonas bacteria. They actually form biofilms.
Oh,
Slimy, slimy
okay,
stuff.
like on the side of the container, you can wipe it
Yeah.
off and you can see it.
And this is an example of E. coli. So if you find E. coli anywhere, except in your toilet, that's usually not a good sign. That means that poop has been there. And this is a Staphylococcus bacteria, and they are actually found on your skin. It usually causes skin infections. So stuff like acne, pimples,
Yeah, yeah.
that's Staphylococcus at work.
So the question is, do you have our results and do they have any of these? There were 16 machines that we tested.
Yes, Steve, I have the results and they're right here. In all the machines, there are no Pseudomonas bacteria, no E. coli bacteria, and no Staphylococcus bacteria detected. But yeast and molds, in most of the machines, we found them. But in 2 machines, they had the highest yeast and mold results.
Okay, so these 2 guys, one is the front loader and one is the top loader. How bad, how significant was the yeast and mold?
For this guy,
Yeah?
he had almost 800 counts of mold. yeast and
800,
mold.
okay.
And
this
same
guy?
for this guy, very close.
760.
Yeah,
So both of them, front load, top load, no difference?
no difference.
Okay, and why is it so bad to have this yeast and mold?
So yeast and molds, they're bad for our health because they can cause us breathing problems if you have too much of them. They also can cause skin problems like rashes and stuff. And even if you don't get any rashes or breathing problems, they can also give musty odors. So they make your clothes smell bad. They can give patches on your clothes which look ugly.
So why did these two guys have more yeast and mold than the rest?
From what I know, he never aired his machine.
Oh, the door was closed
The
all
door
the
was
time.
closed all the
I
time.
see.
And that means that the moisture is all trapped inside. And yeast and mold love moisture.
Okay.
So that's a perfect environment to grow. For the top loader, he said he cleaned his machine once, but the problem is where we found all the yeast and molds was at the rim,
Right.
the top of the machine. The cleaning agent can't get up there with the cleaning cycle. So I noticed that for our results, the yeast and mold counts were often found in the gaskets rather than the drums. Very good reason why is the gaskets tend to trap a lot of moisture there. As you can see, the
Yeah,
design
that's
of this
right.
gasket, water easily pools up there.
Yeah.
And the other reason is that a lot of these gaskets are made of rubber-like material or
Yeah.
silicone material. And this material, if you feel, they're not very smooth compared to the drums. Yeast and molds like to latch on to this kind of slightly rough surfaces and hang on there, especially when there's moisture. Whereas for drums, they dry very easily because they are made of stainless steel and they're so smooth. So there's nothing much for the yeast and molds to latch on to.
Okay.
Based on these results, the gasket in the front loaders and the rim in the top loaders seem to be the perfect hiding place for yeast and mold. And let's be honest, who's really checking this little part of the machine? Why does it really matter? We had sent samples from 16 washing machines to be tested, 8 front load, 8 top load, 2 swaps each, 1 from the drum, 1 from the gasket.
Top load or front load? The average yeast and mold count remained somewhat similar. Most of it was found in the gasket and the rim.
This is the y-axis, which represents the yeast and mold counts in the drums. On the x-axis, we have the yeast and mold counts in the gaskets and rims. I have with me the results of the 16 machines, and I'm going to show you how they all fared.
Usage and load didn't really affect findings. As you can see, there's no significant pattern. But what's interesting to note is that those with the highest yeast and mold count were less than 3 years old. While the oldest machine, this one right here, had no mold or yeast detected at all.
This here is my machine. It had one of the higher yeast and mold counts in the gasket.
I mean, it's about 3 years old. We use it about 4 times a week, so I guess it's time I give this guy a good clean. Hello. Hi.
Now that we have our results, it's time to break the news to our viewers.
Okay, I have the results. We tested for bacteria, for E. coli, for yeast and mold. What do you think? How clean was your machine?
I hope it's not too dirty.
Okay, the good news is it was free of all the bacteria, the E. coli, you know. But when it came to yeast and mold, you were
Lowest?
the highest.
Oh no!
Okay, yours was at 810. Most average around 200. Of course, it can be better. We tested the drum inside and the gasket, that's the rubber filling here. So most of it was from the gasket on the top.
Oh.
And do you normally do anything after using the machine?
Once we use the self-cleaning function.
I think that may give you the illusion that it's clean, but it cleans the drum, but it doesn't get up here, right? The soap and water doesn't get up to the gasket. So that part doesn't get cleaned, which means sometimes when you wash, some of the dirt from the top may be dropping into your washing.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the cloth and try to wipe it down more.
So we found that yours is way up there, 760. Yours is second highest for most amount of yeast and mold. Normally, after you run a load of laundry, do you close the washing machine door and close the cabinet door again?
I do have a habit of closing the door after I retrieve all the laundry.
Which means after you wash, it's wet in there, right? It's still a bit damp.
see.
And then the moisture builds up, then the mold and bacteria will start building up. So this is your machine here. Do you think your machine is clean or dirty?
I think it should be the dirtiest because you can see it's all quite run down.
Okay. It's actually the cleanest we've had. So look, all of it says ND, right? For bacteria, for yeast and mold. And everything is ND, which means none detected. Nothing was found.
Okay.
Are you surprised by that?
It's really very surprised.
Do you actually clean the machine at all?
Maybe every 3 months, I will wash the whole machine.
Oh.
And other than the laundry detergent,
Yeah.
I also put the laundry sanitizer.
Oh, okay. So keep up whatever it is you're doing. When it came to Pseudomonas, E. coli, and Staphylococcus, yours was clean, totally, had none of that. When it came to yeast and mold, that's where most of the other machines didn't fare so well. Your machine had also none of that.
Oh, wow, that's great to hear.
What do you normally clean it with?
We used to use baking soda, but I switched to an oxygen-based cleaning agent. So it's like a powder that I add directly to the drum. A few tablespoons, yeah. Then I'll start the self-clean cycle.
Okay.
Sometimes I would wipe down the gasket and then I'll also wipe the inside of the glass drum.
Okay.
Surprising to hear that it paid off.
For most healthy people, the levels of yeast and mold we found are unlikely to be a major concern. For comparison, some food and indoor air guidelines do start flagging yeast and mold levels that our washing machines have shown. But that's it. All that nasty stuff doesn't necessarily come into our clothes, and even if they do, it's unlikely we will inhale or consume them. Swabs only tell us what's on the surfaces we tested. But what about the dirt we can't see? To find out, I'm meeting someone who takes washing machines apart for a living.
So this is a drum and this is a tub. So this is the cloth that we will simulate the clothes and we put it inside the drum.
Normally we chuck in the clothes, then we switch it on and all the water and soap, everything comes in,
will
right?
come in together. So
Okay.
what is going to happen is that the soap comes in.
Oh, I gotta press this button, right? Yeah. See, and that's a spin.
So this is like back and forth to simulate it washing. After a completion of one wash cycle, what happens next is that it will transit into a spin mode. That is to simulate the ringing effect. After every cycle, this happens, most of the water will get drained out. Some of it will get stuck inside the tub.
But my washing machine is dry. All the water drains out, right? So what do you mean by get stuck?
Why don't I show you on the actual washing machine itself?
Yeah. Okay.
We're going to open up this washing machine and I will show you exactly where does the grime and the leftover water is behind inside the drum. Yep. And it's a bit heavy.
Oh, and this is the drum.
Yep. So the drum is actually the inner part, which is the silver part that we see. The drum is encased inside this tub. So what we're going to do is that we can remove it, okay?
Okay. Oh. Okay, let's reveal. Drum roll. And oh, quite clean.
Yes, quite clean, quite clean. But that's because this is only a 1-year-old washing machine.
Okay, I can see some brown spots here, you know, and they are a little bit dirty.
Yes, there's a certain limit to how much the pump can pump.
There'll
out the
always be
water.
some water left over,
Left
right?
over
Some
here.
residue.
So over time, this is where the gunk or the grime will be built up.
Oh, right around here, you're saying this
Yes.
part usually?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the lowest point. I have a tub that is about 4 to 5
Oh
years
yeah?
old.
So the same thing, the same shell, and in theory this is a drum here, also spinning around, right?
Yeah.
But wow, this one is all brown. This is dried up now.
You see this thing that you just peeled off?
Yeah.
This is a good indication that your drum is actually getting too dirty. So a lot of people do ask, when do I need to wash my drum? When do I
Yeah.
need to wash the washing machine? Well, it's actually based on whether or not is your clothes clean when it comes out. At some point in time, all this grime, they will actually peel off
Oh,
when
in
you
other words,
wash.
when I take my clean clothes out, I may see little bits of
Flakes
this.
of it on
flakes
your
of-
clothes, on your clean clothes.
And that is
itself.
a clear sign that
That is
it's dirty.
overwhelmed with this.
I mean, we don't get access to this part of the...
No, we don't. Not all washing machines are advisable to clean because some tubs are actually glued. So they are not designed for servicing, and if you ever dismantle it, it's by destructive methods.
So it sounds like these things are not built to last, like many things in life today. After a while, just go and buy a new washing machine.
Yes.
But we should not be opening our own washing machines, right?
Definitely
It's
not,
not
definitely
advisable,
not.
so don't do that, please. So a washing machine can test clean and still have grime hiding where we can't see. Now, when does that become a problem? Well, not necessarily with age, but with how the machine is being used. So, watch out for the signs. You might have some musty smells, or maybe flakes of dirt on your clean laundry. That's when you know it may be time for a brand new machine.
For this episode, we didn't just test your home washing machines. There are at least 150 24-hour laundromats across Singapore running load after load, day and night. How clean or dirty are those machines? Can a machine still stay clean when it's running almost around the clock? Self-service laundromats started gaining ground in Singapore in the 2010s. You will find machines that take loads anywhere from 5 kilograms all the way to 25 kilograms. Talking Point viewer Hoon wanted to know if these laundromat machines are clean. Well, let's find out.
So we randomly chose 20 self-service laundromats all across Singapore, making sure we got an even distribution in the north, south, east, and the west.
And we sent our Talking Point team on yet another swabbing mission. All the machines were front-loading, and from each one we took 2 swabs, drum and gasket. And then off to the lab they go. And now I have the results, and they were not what I was expecting.
What did we find? No harmful bacteria on any of them. And for these 6 guys, no yeast and mold detected as well.
So I'm using the same graph as earlier to break down the results. The y-axis represents the drum, while the x-axis, the gaskets and rims. Yeast and mold were detected in 14 of the 20 machines that range from 10 to over 2,000, which might be getting into the unhealthy levels. So what can we learn from all of this? Well, the drum was the winner across the board, at home and in the laundromat. And the average laundromat drum was the cleanest of the lot. So how are laundromats keeping their drums so spotless? To find out, who better to go to than the Cleanest laundromat, where there was nothing detected in the drum or the gasket.
So we tested a whole bunch of different washing machines, and actually they all came back pretty clean. And the good news is yours was one of the cleanest.
Great.
So how much traffic do you get in here? How well utilized are these machines?
So each machine averages about 8 to 10 loads a day, and then we have about 70 to 80 customers a week. These are durable machines, commercial machines. They are supposed to run fast, run well, and they're supposed to run for 10 years minimally.
Yeah, these look huge, man. I don't even think I would have enough laundry to put in here,
Well, the trick is you're not even supposed to fill it to the brim. You're supposed to do like 3/4 so that there's room to tumble.
And how often are they cleaned?
They are cleaned daily, and they're also cleaned weekly with a cleaning schedule.
Daily, as in someone physically comes down every day to give...
Yes, but that's on the surface level. So every week we run a disinfectant schedule as well. We also put our heads in to sniff the drum for any odors. If there's any odors, we run a disinfect immediately.
Put your head in and sniff the drum.
Yeah, so it must smell neutral.
Okay, good thing is there's no smell, so that's a good sign.
So on top of the everyday cleaning, we also clean out the gunk from the rubber gasket.
I see, okay.
Would you like to give it a go?
Like clean it now?
Yeah.
Okay, sure, come, show me what needs to be done.
So you can put on your gloves. First, you'll be cleaning the rubber gasket. You just need to dig out the gunk.
Or just dig out the gunk.
Yeah. So what we use is disposable chopsticks.
Okay. So, right in here. This is the part we normally don't see. Oh, there you go. There's quite a bit of dirt in there. Some of this is just the fabric, I think.
Yeah, it's usually wet lint.
Yeah. Just give it a bit of a wipe down, get the remaining dirt out. Okay.
Okay, so that's just part one. So part two, we disinfect the drum. So
Okay,
you're gonna
that's it.
run a hot water cycle. And I'm just going to start it from my app.
Okay. Where's all the disinfectant stuff?
So it's at the back. So let me show you.
Yeah? So it's in here.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Welcome.
Back end. This is literally behind the scenes.
So this is the disinfectant that we installed. We disinfect with hydrogen peroxide. It's oxy bleach. It dissolves into just water and oxygen, so it's actually very safe, non-toxic at all.
I see.
So maybe you can help me disinfect.
Oh, you gotta switch it on?
Yes, just press it.
Just press the button?
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. You can see a disinfectant going in, and it goes directly into the machine. So right now, the machine is running on a hot water cycle, plus the disinfectant.
Oh yeah, I can feel, ooh, it's pretty warm here and here.
So it works best with warm or hot water.
The good news is laundromats were generally cleaner than I expected. Drums were mostly fine. Most of the yeast and mold buildup was found in the gasket as expected. As for washing machines at home, well, pretty much the same story. My drums, spotless. My gasket, not so lucky. It had one of the higher yeast and mold counts. So, I'm gonna take a tip from one of our viewers and start giving this gasket a good wipe down from now onwards. Oh yeah, I can see the dirt.